Looks like
I'm
a kind
excited.
of
I mean, I love almost any Christopher Nolan movie.
sure.
There's a few I haven't seen though. Could you guess?
No.
No, you need to
I
think about it.
well, because I can't like name. I know you've seen things like Interstellar and the Batman movies and stuff like that. So like the other movies aren't coming to
Inception.
me. Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's a big one that he got. Christopher Nolan got a lot of praise. Is there's like a really famous one shot in it where it's like they do a really epic scene in one take, one camera, and like everything's so well coordinated. I never saw it yet. I
Mm,
haven't seen it.
I don't
Never
remember.
saw it yet. I ain't seen it yet.
What?
Dunkirk.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I haven't seen it either.
I've
So
seen Oppenheimer, but I haven't
yeah,
seen Dunkirk.
but it feels like this is going to be a movie that really gets you into the theaters. That's going to be well worth seeing in theaters, and kind of it looks like Matt Damon kind of going for a legacy play here. Like it looks like he's going to crush that role.
He said it was the hardest movie he's ever done.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. It looks really cool.
I mean, Nolan won't. Christopher Nolan doesn't use AI generated imagery, so
Mm-hmm.
it's all
Yeah.
practical effects. Massive.
Yep. This summer it's gonna be fun.
All right. Well, want to talk about some moon? Oh, what happened? Oh, my nums lock wasn't on. These are real technical issues happening in real time. Anyways, UC Berkeley admitted 0 students from its nearly 6,500 person wait list last year.
Wait.
0.
What?
At some schools, the wait list is more selective than the overall acceptance rate. But the May 1st commitment deadline just passed for this year's applicants. There are thousands of people right now holding out hope on a wait list. And at some of the most selective schools in the country, the wait list is functionally decorative. So, I mean, it's worth knowing before you tell your kids to wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like how can you admit 0 people?
From your wait list,
Yeah.
nobody
okay.
left. You get all your
Yeah.
people.
Well, so I guess does it speak to UC Berkeley's retention? I don't know.
Not a lot of transfer.
I don't
portal,
know.
I guess.
Yeah.
The Penn Station neighborhood in Manhattan. A little off topic, but I read this and it was sticking with me, so I wanted to give it to you.
Okay.
Known for dirty streets and a claustrophobic train station, the Penn Station neighborhood in Manhattan has captured nearly 25% of all office relocations in New York City between 2023 and 2025, the largest share of any district in the city. Hudson Yards and Manhattan West are right there. The unsexy part of New York is quietly becoming one of its hottest office markets because the development is real and the train access is unmatched. So nobody's writing, I moved my company to Penn Station press releases, but the data doesn't lie. Because you could just, when you're in a big city, you just say, I'm in New York City. You don't have to say which area of the city necessarily. You could just be more vague if you need to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I understand the convenience idea, so it makes sense to me, but
do you remember that area?
not really, not very well.
We definitely went there on at least a school field trip.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, because Penn Station neighborhood near Manhattan, not far from like, if I'm not mistaken, not far from like the Bull, where we had to go to like the Statue of Liberty and stuff. Like, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
Have you? Are you paying back your student loans?
Yeah. Yeah. Getting those knocked out.
Well, the average age of a borrower currently defaulting on their student loans is nearly 40. 2.5 years older than the
You got this.
2.5 years older than the pre-pandemic default profile.
Mm-hmm.
Borrowers 50 and older are now at risk, higher risk of default than younger borrowers. So the pandemic payment pause ended. Millions of people who had not made a payment in years are now being asked to resume, and many of them have moved on in their lives. They've got kids, they bought a house, they changed careers, and the debt didn't go anywhere. The student loan crisis is a middle-age crisis now, not a young person crisis. When are we going to get some forgiveness here?
I know, right? Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, think of how it affects the broader economy too. Gas is going up, groceries are going up, and now they want the loan payments to kick back in too. It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. kind of crazy.
All right, speaking of things that are kind of crazy, GLP-1 drugs, Ozempic, Wegovy, the weight loss drugs. Cornell University found that households with at least one GLP-1 user reduced spending at fast food chains, coffee shops, and quick service restaurants by 8% within 6 months of starting the drugs. They're eating less, dining out less, skipping alcohol. The restaurant industry is dealing with rising costs and a customer base that is medically eating less. I mean, if you own a restaurant right now, that statistic should be somewhere on your radar. This is a shift, right? Not a trend.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going away.
Yeah, no, and I mean that's real. Like, it's tough to go out to eat, man. Like we were just saying, everything is so much more expensive now, and menus at restaurants are no exception. You know, if you're going out to sit down somewhere, I mean, you're not spending less than $20 on a meal.
Speaking of people who don't need money, the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, will inherit more than $1.5 billion in art when it merges with the New Gallery Cosmetics billionaire Ronald Lauder's collection of German and Austrian art in 2028. I mean, it had been operating for 25 years on the Upper East Side. The Met assumes ownership and operation. $1.5 billion at art changes hands through a merger. Ooh. So, I mean, that's a sports trade in art terms.
That's insane. Yeah, that's really crazy. So it's a merger. So I guess everything, as far as the public's concerned, will stay basically the same. You know, if you know where you go to see that stuff, it's still going to be there, right?
I think so. I don't know if they're going to move it all to the Met. I don't know if they have that kind of room.
Right. I mean, real estate in New York's hard to come by. You might as well keep it if you got it.
Well, as we talked about earlier, they could go to the Penn Station neighborhood.
They could, yeah. Who knows? The new art museum popping up in the subway. Hey, we did get our first review from the website. You can go to witandgrit.com and leave us anything. You know, trash talk, a hot take, a review, whatever you want. And this is what one fan, Sean, had to say.
Yo, this podcast is so fire. Even my dog watches it.
So thanks to any dogs out there watching. We appreciate you. Let us know what content you'd like to see more of.
That's great. That's a good one. I was really worried he was going to cuss.
I may have had to filter through a few of them.
Oh, okay. So you had to take the best one.
I did, yeah.
Well, I think it's time we F around a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down to F around a bit.
Great. Because that's what time it is.
All right, time to F around?
Yeah, effing around with F1.
Nice.
Right here with Ian and Sean.
Get into it.